Shields up, Iron Breakers. I'm not sure if I sound too different or not. Because, like, I was actually watching the video that I posted earlier, and I didn't sound that different on video, but, like, I think the way that I hear myself is very different. Either way, it is because I am sick, and I'm actually not sure how long my voice is going to last. Anyway, as you guys can see from the title says Blasting Damon. Before we go into that, I wanted to bring up this, and it's interesting because if you watched my previous playthrough, there's also like a preamble to fighting Damon. Even though back then it was only in its regular form, I was struggling with its regular form back then for a while. And I ended up going the route of explosive arrows. And that's what I'm going to do this time again, because I could level up, I could change a lot of stuff, I could go get consumables, I could go do all of these things, but ultimately you're just left with this lingering feeling like, why am I doing all of these things? Because I wanted to go up to level 200, but I got tired of the grind. But most importantly, the reason I got tired of the grind is because of how the purification system was working, which I can't show you right now because we're not in a we don't have an NPC around where I can show you my inventory, but I've gotten, like, I think 10 or 12 cursed weapons, and not only I didn't get the Mystic Knight top tier weapon, which is okay, I wasn't expecting to get the top tier weapon, but I also didn't get this next best thing or the next best thing after that. I couldn't get an amazing Mystic Knight weapon, which is what I wanted. And then I was like, okay, maybe I will get the fighter's best weapon, you know? Because Mystic Knight can use fighter swords. So I was like, maybe I'll just get the best sword. Maybe that'll allow me to do more damage. And I couldn't get that either. The only red weapon that the purification system gave me was the Bitter End, which is the warrior's weapon, which is a two-handed sword that I couldn't use. And I got that sword 6 times or something like that. I've sold a couple of them for money, but I've gotten that sword like 6 times. I have way too... Like this sword that I have right here as well, the Cursed Bite, which I think is like the warrior's tier 2 weapon. It's not like it's top tier. It's the one before. I also got that one like 5 times or something. I don't know. I've sold a bunch of them as well. But either way, as I kept purifying loot and kept trying to get better and better stuff to fight Damon, I realized I can beat Damon in melee, but it's boring and it's RNG based, because if I'm unlucky with when he casts his sucking spell and he kills all of my pawns, there's nothing I can do about it. If I try to climb on him while he's casting that spell, he can drain my stamina so fast that I can instantly get staggered and get killed. And so it just became very frustrating. So then I was like, okay, I think it's time to go back to Assassin. And last night I was killing cursed dragons, the easiest that I've ever killed them in this game, by just shooting regular arrows at them. And I went through Damon just to see if I could kill him. And I used this bow. I think this is actually the top tier Strider bow, because as the purifications kept dicking me over with red weapons, I would switch the weapons into blue and switch the weapons into yellow. And so I actually have the best sorcerer staff on Modric. I could come here as a sorcerer, probably kick the Damon's ass as well, but it's just like, I find having the advantage of being able to aim is just so overpowered, is like the most overpowered thing. So let's go ahead and blast Damon. We're not even going to use power-ups, we're just going to use blast arrows. And blast arrows are really overpowered. I mean, for the first form we don't need it, because I can kind of deal enough damage just by attack. I will use blast arrows whenever he goes into the middle just to stagger him. But beyond that, I'm just going to go melee. It's like first form, again, not particularly hard, especially if my dudes cast that lightning shit. That'll fuck them up real bad. Ow, that hurts. So this is one of the reasons why I like the Assassin so much, because it's like, it's the one tank that can actually deal damage, as you level up. Unfortunately, this time I leveled up as Mystic Knight. And I gotta be honest, wanting to play as a tank just feels like a complete waste when you get to this boss. Because you guys know me, I like to play as a tank, and that ends up always being my downfall when it comes to Damon. Looks like he's moving away, he's getting ready for his overpowered attack that kills everything and everyone. And at this point, we pull out the bow, we pull out a couple of blast arrows, and watch this. It's gonna be like, oh, I'm a charge in my fucking overpowered spell. Yeah! And I'm still like, okay. Fuck you and your overpowered spells. One shot. That's one shot. But wait, it gets worse. Watch now. He's gonna go like, ah, I'm so upset. And I'm like, okay. Watch how many fucks I give about how upset you are. And now, while he's all upset there, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna switch back to my sword. Oh wait, the sword's already equipped. I just need to put up my shield. Now I'm gonna run up to your face. Meanwhile, my pawns are just gonna like destroy you with spells. He barely has any health left. And that was like what? That was like 5 explosive arrows? That was 5 explosive arrows for that first stage, okay? I think it might have been less. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, the music is too loud. I'm sorry about that. Gonna lower the volume a little bit. But as I was saying, it's like that was about 5 explosive arrows just to carry that first stage. But the cool thing is like you guys are gonna fucking hate me for what I did, but like look at the weight on all these characters. You wanna know why these characters are so fucking heavy? Because they're carrying a fuck ton of blast arrows. That's all these characters are to me. They're fucking vessels for my blast arrows. I just brought my character and 4 blast arrow mules. Wait, I need to turn it on. Thank you. Blast arrows. Okay, bro. So it takes a while to actually get the stagger going. You want to spam him? Aim for his head. And after a little while, he's gonna start getting fucked up. It might cost a little bit to get going. Particularly if he keeps knocking me down. But just notice the damage we're dealing. It's ridiculous. And eventually the stagger will come. Boom. There. Stagger begins. He's done. He's not going to do anything else. That's it. I don't even have to aim anymore. This is it. It's done. This is the end of this fight right here. Oh, he's actually staggering in different directions. I do have to aim a little bit more. There you go. That's done. That's Damon. And you guys are like, why would you stress yourself? You guys know how many hours I've been playing Bitter Black Island? Farming it for, you know, better gear, more levels. And it's like, shit. I'm not even using a special skill or anything. I'm just using blast arrows. I still have 117 of them. But the best part is like, oh, I'm running out of blast arrows? Okay, tell you what. Give me more. And you give me more. Doesn't matter if I'm encumbered. I don't even have to move. That's it. So it's like, why am I stressing out over wanting to do this monster in melee when there's clearly a much easier way of doing it, you know? Wait, I think he might go down the middle. Is he going to go down the middle? No, he's not. He's just not going to. He's not even going to leave anymore. He's just going to stay there. He's going to stay there. That's what you get, Damon. That's what you get for being a little bitch. Oh no, he's gonna move. Oh no, please don't. Tell you what, Damon. Let's make this one quick. Does that hurt? Does that hurt, bro? I don't care about your spells. I never actually saw this cinematic. Because even though I could have killed him like that before the stream, I didn't. I wanted to do it on stream for the first time. And it's like I really wanted to do this fight in melee, but the RNG of how I was getting loot and stuff, and just like I was constantly getting frustrated because I'm not even kidding you guys. I've not been playing almost anything else this weekend besides Dragon's Dogma because I wanted to come up onto this stream and I wanted to beat him as a Mystic Knight, and I didn't want it to use the stacking 4 periapts of conquering like everybody else was doing. And then ultimately I was just like, what's the point of all this? It's like Great Cannon, which is one of the main things of the Mystic Knight. You know, that little ball that I do and then I hit it with the hammer and it shoots orbs of light. The accuracy of that thing is a fucking pain in the ass. It's just a pain in the ass because, like I was telling you guys, I was taking out cursed dragons with this character without blast arrows. I didn't need blast arrows. I was just taking out cursed dragons like this. Dragon goes up in the air. I'm like, okay. Aim to the dragon's head. 1 shot, sometimes 2 shots. He would instantly come back down. And then I would go up to him, wail on him.
That's interesting.
Then he goes back up, and I'm like, okay. 1 shot, 2 shot, dragon comes down, and I'd go back into his face. And it's like, I haven't played Assassin in God knows how long, but Assassin is just such a good class. It's a fucking fantastic class. Oh, I forgot to loot, by the way. I forgot that there's actually Damon's horns. I don't care. I don't care. It's not going to make a major difference. But ultimately, it's just, it's always a little bit disappointing when you get to Damon and you have to come up with some of these strategies. Because you always feel dirty afterwards. Like, I know I do. I mean, it's like, he barely even moved. Like, what did Damon even do during that fight? Nothing. He fucking staggered and died. Blast arrows. I don't know what gets released, Axel Garcia. I know that he's gone. Oh, wow. And now it's probably going to dick me over with the loot. Bit of black armor level 3. That's not too bad. Bit of black novelty level 3. That is terrible. That is terrible. And you see, that's what eventually you end up doing, is you come to rooms like this and you save ahead of time, which I didn't save because at the point that I'm at, I'm like, this is the biggest challenge the game has to offer. And so at the point that I'm at, I'm like, I'm not going to God's Bane into getting more weapons because I already know I'm going to get dicked over in the end result goal. So I just stopped caring about the loot. I just stopped caring because it's going to take too long for me to get the things that I want. And so I just figured, you know, I should just be done with this and move on to another title. Like, I love the time that I've spent with Dragon's Dogma, but whenever I get to Damon is when I realize the limitations of my character. What's this shortcut? Not sure if I told you guys, but I'm sick. But yeah, as you can see with blast arrows, you can pretty much farm Damon to your heart's content. It's just one of the things that, you know, I'd rather the loot be handled a little bit differently in Bitter Black Isle, I guess. I'm not. I guess in a way I am complaining, but I'm not complaining about the overall experience. Just when you get to the end, you do feel, you do kind of feel cheapened out if you were playing a melee character, and you can't get specific loot to make your character more powerful. You're always going to feel like you got cheapened out a little bit. Anyway, we're going to be changing our vocation back to Mystic Knight. I'm going to change Modric into a fighter temporarily.
If there is aught I can do,
this is just so that we both have red vocations as we identify the gear that I have here. This gives you a higher chance of getting gear that is relevant to you. Athleticism, magic defenses, maximum health, celestial armor. Again, this is like the second set of celestial armor. Again. Betrayer's Greaves. Again. See, this is the problem right here. Like, the amount of repeated loot that you get in Bitter Black Isle does make it so that it's a massive grind, and that is the reason why I ended up not finishing the game as a Mystic Knight, is because it's just too much grind. It's like, look at this. Let me go ahead and deposit everything. I guess I need to deposit everything, but I definitely should deposit these blasts. By the way, I bought 999,000, not 99,000, 999 blast arrows. I still have tons of them. But yeah, blast arrows can take care of pretty much anything. We didn't even use any of these. I'm gonna put all of these away. Crap, not the Virtuoso ring. I didn't mean to do that. Get me. So we have Dragon's Toll. Diabolic Shield. Diabolic Shield is the best shield in the game for Mystic Knights. So I guess in a way I do have one of the top tier weapons. As a matter of fact, Diabolic Shield came up like three times or something. Where's the other thing? I need to get that staff, which is the Minion Claw, which is the top staff for Mystic Knights and Mages. So I got that as well, but I couldn't get the weapon. And then, what else is it that I need from here? I don't need anything else. Now, in terms of head, sort by defense. That'll make it a little bit easier. Obviously, we want Immortal's Helm. And then you guys notice that we got the Celestial thing, whatever, majig. This thing, Celestial Armor. We got it twice. Yeah, I already have that. Dragon Forged. So thanks. And I think we might also have, yeah, we also have 2 sets of Immortal's Bracers. It's like I have twice of a lot of things that I don't actually need. We also got the Betrayer's Greaves, which apparently I haven't gotten these Dragon Forged yet. I'm surprised. I'm surprised these aren't Dragon Forged. I got the Apostate's Anklet Dragon Forged. It was whatever. I didn't waste that much time dragon forging those. We also have Sovereign's Mantle, Golden, and then finally I need one of the good rings that I now don't even know which one it is. Probably this one, right? Yeah, Strength 35.
If there is aught I can do, pray.
So basically what I'm getting at is that I farmed and I kept getting the same shit over and over and over again until I got bored of it. Also, I need clothing.
Pray permit me to help you.
Give me the pattern gambazon.
If there is
Equip the rest of the stuff. And ultimately, you also have to consider, one of the reasons why you can change classes is if you happen to get stuck. You got stuck? Change classes. Fix it. It's pretty easy. So that in all essence, you're never really stuck. Oh crap, I switched him into a fighter and I forgot to switch him back. Sorry. Sorry about the sniffling, you guys. It's just sickness. Come on, get down with the sickness. Come on, get down with the sickness. But anyway, now that we've done Damon's second form, we're now going to finish the game. Because even though we've done the hardest content and all that stuff, we still haven't finished the game. Damn it, what am I doing? Pressing all the wrong buttons at all the wrong times. So melee is handicapped in Dogma. I wouldn't say they're handicapped. I would say there's certain fights where other characters are heavily favored. Pretty much any fight that has like a big ranged component to it. Like I would even say dragons and Damon. Ranged characters are usually much more favored than stuff. What is the thing? Wait a second. Don't sell them. There's a predetermined list you gotta go through. Aram, if that is a thing, then that predetermined list is pretty fucked up. Because like I said, you guys might think that I was joking when I told you that I had 6 of these, but you're not gonna be surprised. Or you might be surprised when you see this shit, but... Okay, here I only have 2 of them right now. But this is the best sword for warrior, and if there is a predetermined list, then that list is a piece of trash, because I got this thing 6 times. I had 6 stacks of this fucking sword in my inventory. So if there's a predetermined list, that list is fucking busted, okay? It's not working properly, unless somehow, as a Mystic Knight, the 7th time that I would identify a bitter black weapon, I was going to get the thing that I wanted. Okay, it doesn't make sense to me that I've gotten this sword 6 times and I still didn't get the loot that I was looking for. So I don't think there's a predetermined list. I've heard theories about that. I think it also says so in the wiki that there's a list that the loot goes through, but either they changed that for PlayStation 4 or I don't know. What I can tell is that I got that sword 6 times. And I got sick of it. I couldn't take it anymore. Anyway, let's move on. We gotta go to Grand Soren. And I gotta equip some more curatives and stuff. I need to swap up the pawns because obviously for me to walk around with an assassin, I needed to get another tank for the party, so I need to swap them up now with another sorcerer. I just like someone with bullet, even though I'm not sure, I don't know how impactful pawns are in this last fight, if I'm being completely honest. I just don't remember it at all. So this looks good. Infinity, Grand Bolly, Grand Geisel, High Combustion. I hate Maelstrom. I wish so many people didn't use Maelstrom, because like Maelstrom annoys me when it blocks me. Like Maelstrom's really good if you're playing a ranged character, because you don't have to worry about it. But if you're playing a melee character, Maelstrom is actually a serious problem. Jesus, is everybody using Maelstrom? Please. Okay, this works. Yeah, so many people using Maelstrom. I don't know why, because Maelstrom's a fantastic spell. Like, I get it. It's a good spell, but... as someone who uses melee, it's very frustrating having to deal with another character casting that. This guy's got Grand Fulmination, I like that. Okay, let's see which one of these pawns is any good.
Yes, Arisen. Yes, Arisen. Yes, Arisen.
I don't want a Guardian Sorcerer.
Yes, Arisen.
I most definitely do not want a Guardian Sorcerer. That is probably the last thing I want out of a Sorcerer.
Yes.
Why are there so many Guardian Sorcerers? Like, why do people keep calling out their fucking pawns again and again? Good God. Is there not a good Sorcerer in here? Thank you. This guy comes.
You cannot take on any more followers without releasing one of your current.
It's okay. Get rid of the fighter.
I am honored to travel with you.
Good. Well, I can't really see her face, but I think she looked alright. She was okay. She was helpful.
May our path.
I believe you, Irem. I believe you that there is a loot list like that you have to go through. But what I'm telling you is that that list is skewed. It's not working as intended. Anyway, we gotta withdraw some more curatives. Also, I need to take... I should probably take some more... I don't know how many I'm gonna need. I'll make Modric carry all the other ones. How many shrooms do I have? 24? Go for 30. And give me a couple of Harspids. And now let's give everybody a bunch of this stuff. Ooh. Oh, this guy looks like he can carry a ton of shit. Good. Oh, his name is Podrick. Sweet. Okay, Podrick, let's take that. And let's have you also take a bunch of these. Good job, Podrick. That's my boy. And let's also have you take a bunch of Harspud. Let's stay light. I also want red. Take a bunch of Harspud. And Modric, take a bunch of Harspud. And Modric, take Harspud. Now, Modric is also going to take... Well, I will take it. 20 of these. Because I'm not sure if I need to carry them with me or not. But we need to give 20 of these to the character in order to progress the game. Kane, it's not impossible to beat the game as melee. Like I said, I could beat Damon as melee. I just wasn't willing to put in the effort. It's just going to take you a while. Ooh. Exactly where we want it to be. I just had to put in more time into farming more gear.
With them, I fear there will be no way to end this, Arisen.
Yes. Let's go. I do feel that I should put the volume higher. Because you guys will want to enjoy this. I'll try to speak a little bit louder. Fathom deep. Here we go. It's time for the mind fuck.
Well met, Arisen. I'll not waste time on rhetoric. Defeat me, and take my place as keeper of this world. You saw it awaiting you at the end of your descent. Aye, the same world you've traveled to arrive at this place. A world you may well now inherit. It is a simple proposition, no different than any you've faced. You need only the will to claim what is offered you. The will to survive.
Yes, fight, Arisen, as you e'er have fought in coming here. What is it that impels you? What force spurs you on? What sustained your wanderings and led you here? I ask you, what is it that makes you alive? 'Tis volition, unbending will. You are here because you willed it, Arisen. That alone has brought you here.
Consider the infinite potential. Just as you call forth pawns, so I command all life into existence. Call it divine creation if you must, but expect none of the mercy men seek in their gods. This is cold truth, the unbending reality of a world without compassion. The world and all its denizens are but empty vessels. In that regard, no different than the pawns. Without volition, there is no true life. The world falls stagnant, dead as an ocean with no current to guide it. That volition is tempered by the struggle for survival. The decision, just like yours, to fight. Just as the pawns need a master's command, so the world thirsts for the will to live.
Let us continue. Show that you are more than an empty vessel, animated by forces unseen. Show that the temper of your soul is strong enough to command far more than mere pawns. Show that your will is fit to bind the fraying circle of this world and hold it fast. Fight tooth and claw, struggle now and cling to life. Show that living holds worth enough to fight for.
It is time to decide. Will you claim your right as Arisen? Or shrug the burden and seek peace in oblivion? Just so. One foot after the next, come what may. That is what it means to live. Turn back now, and I will grant you a merciful death. The choice is yours, Arisen. Yours alone.
'Tis a simple choice, Arisen. Step forward or retreat. Accept the quiet emptiness of a false peace, a false life.
I do not retreat. No retreat, no surrender.
Why not put an end to it? Praises of the quiet life are sung far too infrequent.
Really?
That That's a mite harsh, aye? Ever the noble one, you?
Oh, he's there. What the frack?
There is naught to be gained from my words now. Indeed.
You're not without a home to return to.
Not gonna kill her. Not gonna do it. These two can die though.
Tis too great an honor for one of my stature.
Why is this hesitation, sir?
He can die too.
This is your answer, sir.
Just like he can die. And he can die.
Rest a while instead.
She can live. All of these can live. She can definitely live. I'll take all these people with me. Let's go, seneschal.
You are close now. So very close to me.
Come, Arisen. I shall meet you on your own terms, joined by my own companions of old. You stand now at its end, Arisen. See your journey through.
Show them who's boss, Modric.
Be victorious. Temper your soul in its heat. The forge of my heart grows cold.
Fuck your pawn. Dude, Modric alone killed you. I actually don't have my skills. Because I had to change my skills because I was an assassin. And I didn't. But it's okay. Seneschal is just so easy.
Arisen, forgive me. All I've done was to test your will. It is the fate of all Arisen. You and I swept up in the current, same as the rest. Each tempers the volition of the next, and the endless cycle continues. And so, until the coming of a new soul fit to craft the will to live, someone like you. Until that day, may you guide the world ever justly.
God's Bane.
I present you with the God's Bane blade. Those who arise to oversee this world are undying, save by this brand's kiss. I ask that you, as the world's new seneschal, use it now to vouchsafe freedom to your weary servant.
Rifts offer gateways linking distant places, slithers of a world far more vast.
New crown sovereign and keeper of eternity. Grant me now this single boon. The fire of my life is spent in guttering. Give me freedom with the kiss of the Godspeed blade. If there is aught you wish to know before my death, you need but ask. My knowledge, as my all, is yours to take. What would you hear of me? The seneschal is steward to the world. The world you traveled now rests in your care. Just as the Arisen calls pawn into being and sets them to motion, the seneschal holds dominion over all living things. There are those who would call such a being Maker or God. I cannot deny the claim any more than affirm it. In the end, they are but words. Call it what you will. Such is the office I have served, just as those before me and you beyond unto eternity.
This bears the look of the world beyond the rift.
New crown sovereign and keeper of it. If there is my knowledge, the pawns exist astride the rift. They speak of a multitude of worlds, each infinite unto itself. Limitless in span and lost to time, these worlds extend in an eternal, perfect loop. Just as a ring lacks start and end, so this world has no origin, no final terminus. If it does, they lie beyond our ken. We are prisoners of unpassing time, wandering an unending land. What lies beyond, we cannot know.
Even we who trust
New crown sovereign. If there is all my knowledge, aye, there is life in the world, and with it death. Naught lasts forever. Each rises and falls in its time. But such is a death akin to that of ponds. They appear in this world and vanish, only to appear again, like bubbles in a mountain spring. As so it is with all that lives within this eternal world. In time, you will come to see it happen under your watch, seneschal. Each beast, each blade of grass, each human life is born to die and be born again in endless rhythm. Naught lasts forever, yet all persists unto eternity. New crown sovereign. If there is aught you wish to know, my knowledge, as will, is that which led you to this place, and that which turns the eternal wheel of the world. Along the endless string of life and death, there are some born with a hunger. They yearn for some other, better place. They are the Arisen, nascent fountainheads of will. And so the dragon is sent into the world to guide the Arisen, and refine them, to temper their wills into aught capable of sustaining the world. And so the cycle of our world has e'er continued. New crown sovereign. If there is aught you wish to know, mourn me not, for I welcome the release. At long last, I am free of eternity, of infinity, free of the cruel, unending ring.
And we're now the seneschal, so we're invisible. We can do whatever we want. Yay! Actually, I don't remember what's supposed to happen at this point. Assuming I'll have to leave Casardis to figure out what happens next. Oh, we can go back to the seneschal chamber and become the seneschal again. So I guess there's something to do in Casardis that will trigger the next stage, because this is not the end yet. Oh no, now it's Grand Soren. Oh! Looks like Grand Soren's fixed now. Oh, I wonder if I can kill someone. I want to go up to the castle and kill the little bastard. He's just gonna suffer from a sudden demise. I wonder if Fornival's around. I want to go up to the castle and kill the jester. Probably not gonna let me do that. Yep, just like I thought. Now it's probably gonna let me revisit another time. Oh, we're back to Casardis, so it's gonna alternate between Casardis and Grand Soren. I wonder if Kina is here. This is our house, right? Yep. Hey, where's Celine? I saved Celine. She's supposed to be alive in my house, awaiting my return. Am I still vulnerable to the brine, I wonder? Let's find out. I still get face plants as the seneschal. Even the seneschal is vulnerable to the brine. Well, that sucks. I mean, what's the advantage of being seneschal if I'm still vulnerable to the brine? Oh, I can hit people. I was curious about that. Can you imagine someone's just like sitting there, mind their own business, suddenly they feel pain as if someone just swung a hammer to their head? It's pretty fucked up. Even the seneschal can't walk on water. Guess seneschal is not Jesus. Oh, time to use the God's Bane.
Stay with me! Master!
This is Modric, by the way. This is not my character.
You're like me, aren't you? As my grandmother gave me life, he gave you yours. They gave us death, and with it, true life. This is the world he wanted for us.
You feel an odd pride as you plunge the God's Bane into your chest as if claiming, I don't know, it's gone. And this is the real ending of Dragon's Dogma. Despite the whole melee being weak against certain things, I can still wholeheartedly recommend this game. And you can always just swap to another class if you're struggling with something, so it's never really a huge problem. Rurikon. Mystic Knight. Total earned 20 million. Jesus Christ. 315 deaths. Main pawn, Modric. Appearance rating. Everything 5 stars. Thank you guys. This is all you. Scather Challenger. You shouldn't be Scather Challenger. You should be a utilitarian challenger. A challenger utilitarian. It's also showing some of the pawns that played with me. Or are these the pawns that I finished the game with? Yeah, it's some of the pawns that we've played. It's not just the ones that were at the end. Really cool. So you guys were saying earlier that you can reload and see the other ending as well? I think I saw someone in chat say that, because I'm not sure if you can do that or not. Modric was clearly the strongest character in the game. Of course he was. And now he became a Mystic Knight. So good. Oh, 8.4 were the guys who did localization on this. 8.4 is awesome. I like those guys a whole bunch. Obviously, I'm gonna let the credits roll, because this team deserves recognition. My voice is like dying. The Dragon's Dogma. Set of Duke's clothing acquired. Visit the storehouse to access it. Hardened veteran. Yeah. Guess that's probably finished the game on hard mode. Cleared game data has been saved. Loading this cleared game will allow you to begin a new game. The items you obtained last playthrough will be available through item storage. Okay. That's that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the full playthrough of Dragon's Dogma. This time we did do Damon's second form, albeit we blasted arrows through it, because, yeah. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Comments, feedback if you're watching this later as a VOD. If you really, really enjoy it, consider sponsoring. Works very much like a Twitch subscription. You get a cool icon like the Paven Bee, and you get access to cool exclusive sponsor only emotes on the channel. That obviously helps out a lot. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, also make sure to subscribe so that you're always notified. Later today, I think I'm gonna do another stream today, depending on how I can get my throat to clear up. But yeah, I want to do another stream because I just got another cool thing that I can show you guys today. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.